never believed in ghosts. At least, not the kind that moves shit around or whispers your name in the dark. None of that really. But memories? That's the kind of ghost I believe in. And honestly, that scares me more than anything. My ex-wife Jessie died about a year ago. She left one morning, running late to work. And before she could tell what was going on, she passed. A semi on a wet highway lost traction, and that was it. No goodbye, no closure, no forgiveness. Just nothingness. I tried everything to move on. Therapy, work, all-you-can-eat buffets, oversleeping. But nothing helped. It wasn't guilt, really, though I gave her plenty of reasons to hate me. It was emptiness. The kind that eats you alive when the world keeps on turning without asking if you're ready. So one night, after too much mixing of alcohols and not enough sleep, I did something stupid. I wrote her a letter. No, not an email, not a note on my phone. A real pen and paper letter. It wasn't meant for anyone, really. I just thought maybe if I got everything out, I could finally let her go. I wrote, "I still wake up thinking you're here next to me. I hate how quiet the house is without your humming. And if you're out there somewhere, I hope you're happy." I even signed the damn thing with "Love, George." Corny, I know. But when you're as fucked up as I was, you'll do the same shit. And because I'm very committed to bad ideas, I mailed it to her. No. Our old address. I knew no one would get the thing because the house had been foreclosed after she died. So I felt comfortable sending it. It was just a way to fool myself into thinking I'd finally said goodbye. That should have been the end of it. But the next day, I got a letter back. No stamp, no return address, just my name. And when I opened it, I froze. The handwriting, it was Jessie's. The same smudges from the way that her left hand would drag across the paper. The same uneven loops. The same lazy half-written A's and O's that I used to tease her about. It said, "George, I got your letter. I wasn't expecting to hear from you again. It's strange, 'cause I thought you'd move on. But it's nice, comforting even, to know that you still think of me. I miss you. I wish I could explain everything, but I can't. Not yet. Please, please, write back to me. Jess." I stared at it for what felt like hours. I even dug up some old birthday cards she wrote to me and started comparing them. It matched perfectly. There was no way this was real. But I was weak and desperate, so I wrote her back. We traded letters for a few days at first. It was harmless. We wrote to each other constantly, starting new ones before the others even arrived. I'd tell her how I missed her cooking, her flowers, her humming. She'd talk about missing the smell of rain, about still listening to the playlist that I made her. Her letters were written on the same multicolored construction paper that she used for crafts. They even smelled like her perfume. I told myself it was a prank. But who would know all these tiny details? Only Jess. Then, she wrote something that made my heart drop. It's funny. I can't see much of where I am. It's quiet, peaceful. But when I get your letters, it's like I'm being pulled closer into the light, like you're waking me up. I should have stopped, but I didn't. After a couple of letter exchanges, the damn things started appearing inside of the house. On the kitchen table, under my door, in the microwave. No mailman, no knock, just the faint smell of her perfume. One letter said, Why'd you leave the light on last night? I can't sleep when you do that. That was the first time I was scared of her. Like she was haunting me. I stopped writing, but she didn't. Her tone grew desperate. Why aren't you answering? You keep fading when I look at you. Dudu, please. I just got you back. Please, please don't leave me again. I burned one of them, but the smell that filled the room wasn't the smell of burnt paper. It was rotten. The kind of rot that makes you immediately cover your nose. The kind of rot that will linger in the air and in my clothes no matter how many times I wash them. I decided I needed to visit her grave, right then and there. It was raining that day. Her tombstone, in white marble and gold trimmings, laid there. I wanted the best for her, even in death. 'Cause God knows I didn't give her my best in life. I knelt down, soaked. Clutching her last unopened letter. Jess, I said, sniffling. If this is you, if any of this is really you, please stop. Just stop. I'm scared. The wind howled, and I swear I heard her laugh. It was distant, cold even. When I looked down, words were carved beneath her name. It said, "Write soon." I could not feel the letter in my hand. It was gone. I went home after that. I was horrified by the things I experienced. I went to shower, and when I got out, I found words written in condensation on my bathroom mirror. You shouldn't be here. Then, someone knocked on my door. There was no one there. Just a large yellow envelope outside my door. Inside was a photo and a letter envelope. It was of me, lying in my old bed, eyes closed, pale as snow. There was a timestamp at the corner. Almost a year ago. The night just died. I tore open every letter, looking for an explanation. That's when I noticed small dates written on each envelope. All from last year. Inside the final envelope was one last letter. George, I don't know how to say this. I keep writing because it's the only way I still feel connected to you. But at the same time, when I do send a letter, I lose more of you. Your presence is fading. You shouldn't even be here. You died that night, George. I heard that when people get haunted by their loved ones, it's because they don't know that they're dead. You never made it home, And I don't think you know that. I've been writing to your old house, hoping you'd forgive me for surviving. So I ask you, please, stop writing back. You're keeping yourself here. You're keeping us both trapped. I dropped the letter. I scrambled all over the house looking for another letter. And in the bathroom mirror, I saw her reflection, smiling faintly, standing right beside me. I don't know how long I've been trapped here. The house never changes. The days don't move. No mailman, no phone service, no sound, except letters sliding under the door. Sometimes I write back, just to feel something. Sometimes I don't. But she always does. She's keeping herself trapped. And I keep fucking her up by writing back. I'm weak. But you already know this. After a couple of years of her letters being sent constantly, one letter in particular came. George, it's been a while. You haven't written back. I think I can finally move on. Thank you for your strength. I know it was difficult. I love you. Forever and always. There were wet spots all over the paper. She was crying. All because of me. Even in death, I still cause her pain. I should be relieved. I should let her go. But I already wrote my reply. It's sitting on the table, sealed, and waiting for her name to be put. Just one drink, I told myself. That next morning, I smell her scent in the air. Then, I just heard the mailbox creak open. Hey guys, Whispers here. This story was made by yours truly. I made the story out of the fact that I've never read a scary story where guilt or the fear of being alone and how the haunting of a loved one would play out. I felt that this story wasn't as polished as I'd like it to be. I tried to convey my message and feelings into the script, and from the script to a narration as best as I could. I'm no writer by any means, but bear with me. Hopefully in the future, I can make other scary stories that aren't your conventional ghosts, ghouls, and goblins, but instead, a more personal kind of fear. If you like the story, comment down below, give a like and follow. If you didn't like it, let me know how I can improve my writing and or narration if you're listening to this. Good night, and as always, you know what channel to go to where the unexplained becomes unforgettable.